You guys don't know, but as a youth, I had. Yeah, we're live streaming now, so I'll be nice.
Oh, come on, Dan. It's what
I
people
was just
tune
saying,
in
I had
for.
fantastic
There have been reports around the
back in the
office
day.
that you have been talking baby talk.
Why would people say that?
Well, I have it on good authority that you said following. You read that back to me?
Andy have a boo-boo tummy.
Mm-hmm.
He calls turtles shell beavers.
Well, that's what they should be called.
They're green. Beavers are brown.
Definitely, we've had this argument. We've agreed to now talk about it.
But you,
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
As a guy does, I love these guys, John and Dan, the guys at the end of the bench. I want to declare it right here. Should my life change dramatically on Saturday, I will be here on Monday with you two guys, and I'm doubling your salaries. So don't even worry about it. If my life changes, so does yours. How you guys doing today?
I am ready for the cold, Al. It's Minnesota. Bring it on.
See, I hate that attitude. Dan's already got his nice sweater on. He's ready for it, too. It's going to get cold this weekend.
It defines us for who we are.
Yeah.
I almost wish the Vikings
define
were playing
Minnesota.
outside.
Oh, see, this is the exact reason we shouldn't have any kind of open-air stadiums.
Have Dallas up here minus degrees.
See, what is Chicago going to be like? I don't think it's right for Cleveland to have to play in Chicago this weekend if the literally temperature is in the below negative numbers. It's crazy. It's not good for the fans. But let's not talk about. I want to talk Powerball.
Feel like a brick.
I'm going to bet that John plays the Powerball because he's a gambler like me, and I think Dan's a math guy. There's 1 in 65 gazillion chances you're just paying money into the man. I don't think he does. Dan, do you play the Powerball?
Oh, I don't mind playing like a single ticket or something.
Okay.
But it's the people who buy like 50 thinking they're like
you have 50 times the odds.
Thinking they're like seriously increasing their chances. Oh. It's like
yeah, that's funny. John, you play. Right, you play.
I play. I'll buy like 10. No more than that. Just
I buy 5 because it's one for every kid, one for all the kids in the family. I've done it, so it's $10 now. But I'm really weird about this thing is I don't play unless it's over 100 mil because it's like if I won 90, it would just be a waste of my time. So I've got some weird. I know that's strange to say, but I just don't play until it gets up there. $1 billion on Saturday is what it's going to be. I'll be in the game, people.
Well, it's famous radio money. Radio just gets you that it's not worth your time if it's a mere 90 million. Eh?
I'd have to get an accountant and fill out tax forms. I don't want to do all that. John, go ahead.
See, the wife said we would take that round the world cruise if we win.
Okay.
And she goes, we'll even pay for our financial accountant and lawyer to come along so he can help us plan the whole thing out while we're traveling.
I don't know. This sounds bad. I'll get in trouble. I win $1 billion. We do the round the world cruise. We'd take 2 separate cruises. My wife, she can head south, I'll head north. I don't know that. That's mean. I don't mean it.
People when you cross the date line. Hey.
You do your cruise, I'll do mine.
Let's all have a good time. Just the idea of doing it. I started this when I started Powerball in Minnesota. I was on the road a lot doing sales. And so at that time you'd buy 5, it cost you $5. And I always use it as my entertainment. You get in the car and you're like, if you won $100 million, you're going to take $45 million home, and I can do this. And I would all of a sudden 2 hours would be gone in the car, and I've just become a great human being and a great giver of cash with money I've never had. And it hasn't worked for me yet, but this is the time. Dan, why do you play that? What is it? The idea of just having that game in your head? If you won $1 billion, by the way, it's almost $500 million take home if you do the take home thing.
I think it's still worth it for $500 million. What do you think?
No, do you play the game? What you would do with it?
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, I won't say where, but we had one job when I was younger where the group of us, we all hated our job so much, where the group of us around the office would play the game of how much would you need to win in order to quit on the spot.
Oh, see, that's funny.
That was the very cynical way of looking at it. $5,000 that could bankroll me for a few months. So,
could this get you to be the Twins owner? if you had $500 million in cash, could this group of us go and buy the Twins? I mean, I presume you get a bank loan for. No one's writing a check for $1 billion.
No.
Would that be a thing?
No.
Something you'd be looking at? Dan now thinks, "Oh, I could be the Twins owner." You would be good at it.
Five
You have to think
years
about
ago,
it.
I think, when it first hit like $1 billion, or it was like $1.5 billion, my brother and I talked about actually doing that. He goes, "You could buy a share in the Twins, be part of the owners." I would settle just for buying a box suite where I could go and watch the games and hang out with my friends.
But if you had $1 billion and you put that into the Twins, your 30-50% ownership, you could start making the calls, Dan. Would that be fun?
That would be kind of fun. I think that's so yeah, definitely thinking of the different sort of things you'd like to do. I get into so yeah, it'd be owning something. It'd have to be owning something that's an ongoing concern. So yeah, the Twins would be fun.
The Twins would be fun because I think you get some privileges like going to other ballparks and you get in and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Not that I think the Twins are.
Isn't gonna do it. You realize, but you gotta get.
This is how you get legacy, though. I would take $250 million of my $500 million that I took home, and I'd pay for the dome on that stupid Target field so it could be nice all the time, and it would roll out and it would say Al's Dome, so everybody the rest of their lives would know that I'm the reason they're not getting rained on or freezing their tuchus off. Yeah, because it's that kind of waste.
Yeah.
Oh, I quit. I will not.
I knew you'd hate that. All right, we got to talk some sports action, my boys. Interesting story I saw. I don't know how far this goes. Burrow from Cleveland wants gone. He doesn't like the fact he's there. He's going no place. He wants a trade. Do we go for Burrows here in Minnesota to be that guy that can push JJ, or JJ can take another year on his learning schedule and put somebody in right now? Now, not going to do much for us this year. Do we try to get Burrows here in Minnesota? Oh, John, what an ugly face. Johnny, no, don't want to touch it. Why not?
Well, it's not going to mean anything for this year. We're not going to make the playoffs.
Well, you're not going to have to pay him his whole year's salary. You get him, for 5 games. Whatever. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but for what? What's the point?
So he'll be here next year, John. We can't waste my life. I'm 60 already. Dan, tell him how wrong he is. We need a quarterback like that.
You're saying it would mean he would still be around? He would still be around next year?
God, I want to see us in the playoffs. God, I want to see us in the Super Bowl one more time at 60. I'm getting too old. I'm putting pressure on God to make this happen.
You'll be around.
Oh.
I fully expect that you'll be around.
So, are you in on that, Dan, or not?
If it was 4 or 5 games ago, I would have said absolutely. Let's get somebody in here. Let's get somebody in here who has some experience of actually has won some. He was never a great quarterback, but he's not what he even used to be. But now I agree with John. This time at this point, I don't see a reason. I don't see a point.
All right. Can I do one for the old men? How do you guys think about Rivers coming out of retirement to play in Indianapolis? He's a grandfather. God, I love this story. I hope he does well. But
seriously?
Yeah, they're going to put him there. He's now in the practice squad, so he might actually play in Indianapolis this weekend. 44. I think you're risking everything. If you go out there and you bumble around and get your butt handed to you because you're too slow and can't do it, that'll be his legacy. Remember the game he came back. I think he's got a lot on the line. John, sir?
I think the other team will put a bounty on him, is what I think will happen. They'll try to.
They're not going to be embarrassed by Grandpa. They're not. I agree.
Exactly.
44.
How many years has it been?
He's been out 4.
Because I was going to say, wasn't he going to be on the next year's Hall of Fame ballot or something?
Yeah, does that push that back another 5 years now? He played. He can't get on the ballot.
So, but I don't know if he has to appear in a game. But yeah, no. I mean, it's one thing for a player to keep going. At that, but they're still training every year. They're still doing the work your body is starting to fall apart. But then I've been sitting at home for 4 years.
Yeah, it's different. All right, one last thing. Thielen caught one 4-yard pass in Pittsburgh last weekend. Said it changed his whole life. He's back to wanting to play, and I'm like, you did that here. That's why you're sitting on the bench. You got one catch for 4 yards. I hope he does well out there, but I think he's ruined his Minnesota card.
Yeah,
I think we got to take it from him.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's like it's kind of sad. I mean, you're right. I would love to see him go out on his own terms.
Yeah.
And at the same time, that's not exactly endearing to the. You got to be one of us. I mean, he is one of us. That's the thing.
Well, we brought him back to make sure he's one of us. Gave him a decent salary to come here and just play third banana, and he didn't like it because he got beat out by somebody else. He should have just sat there, taken his cash to the end of the year, and then would have been immortalized here in Minnesota.
And
John,
waved to the fans. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
had a
he
street
made such
named
a
after him.
thing about coming back here. I mean, it was all over social media and promoting it, and I'm like, well, you knew what you were getting into here, buddy.
All right, we're getting behind. I need quick answers.
Yeah.
Chicago taking Cleveland on in Chicago. Win or lose, John? Who wins?
Chicago.
Yeah, they're up. They got a 7.5. Dan?
It's got to be Chicago, unfortunately. Yeah.
The only good thing about that is it's going to be bitter cold, and anything can happen. People are going to drop balls. It's going to be strange, but Chicago's up by 7. All right, Green Bay at Denver. Dan?
Ooh.
I'm gonna pick Denver mainly because they're in Denver. I'm gonna actually go with Denver on that one.
Okay, and that's against the odds. John?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Dan on this one.
It's mile
it'll
high.
be close, but I think Denver will squeak it out because of the home advantage.
And because I'm a great football mind, I'm going, I hate Green Bay. Come on, Denver. So we'll go that way. I'm really not into reading about all the other teams. Detroit is in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is darn good. Los Angeles wins, right, Jan?
John.
Yeah.
Dan, okay.
Yeah, they're Detroit is not the team they were. And that's a tough place to play too. They'll lose.
All right, Dan?
Detroit's gonna figure out. It's gonna like shock everyone now. Again, now that they're back to underdogs again. Now they're gonna be the team. Yeah. So
I hate playing with the momentum. Okay, and then finally, Minnesota is at Dallas. Dan, I give you the call.
I'm going to go with the Vikings. My heart's there. I just cannot pick a Cowboys team, especially against the Vikings. I can't. I just
John,
can't.
What do you got?
I'm going with the Vikings. If the defense shows up like last week, we will win. I say 28-24.
See, it is so funny. It's because it's just, I can't. I hate Dallas. I hate Green. They're just teams you will never hear out of my mouth. I want them to win. Minnesota's to lose. We'll take Minnesota. We got to go to break. We'll be back after this with more. The guys at the end of the bench.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
This season, bring the whole family to see Irving Berlin's White Christmas. This smash hit musical based on the classic film returns by popular demand to delight you at Chanhassen Dinner Theaters. With loads of laughter and a stunning showcase of Irving Berlin songs, White Christmas is a celebration of the romance, friendship, and magic of the holidays. Make your plans today to see White Christmas. Visit chanhassendt.com.
easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
And we've got them, John and Dan, the guys at the end of the bench. I'm going to jump over to the Wild. I was going to do the Wolves next, but because John wore his Wild hat, and we don't talk enough about the Wild. I'm going to jump down to the Wild. They went on a tear. I think it was 15 straight games, something like that, having won a point or not lost a point. Since then, lost to the Sabres, beat the Oilers, lost to the Flames, lost to the Canucks, beat the Kraken and the Stars. They're playing 50-50 ball. Is this kind of more where we sit as a... I mean, you're never going to win everything. I mean, that was a great streak. Is this kind of what we need to look at, John? You need to use words, John.
I think they're better than a 50-50 team. And the game against the Stars, the Stars are a good team.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice win against those. I think they're going to do more winning than not. They got a ways to go to catch the Stars and catch Colorado in terms of points, but they're going to keep the pressure on. They'll at least remain comfortably in third place for a while.
And they are comfortably. They're 7 points ahead of Chicago. They're 8 points behind Dallas yet, but they took them when they could. The Stars are on an 11-game winning streak or point winning streak, Dan. So I mean,
it's always good. It's always good to beat the Stars. It's always good to beat that. It's never
back to hating some teams, right? It's so wild that we're this old. We hate some teams, but we do. We literally do.
But we still think of it as Norm's team, right?
Yeah.
So for a long time, but yeah.
You look at all this. The power rankings came out for the NHL, at least according to ESPN, and Minnesota's ranked 8th. Is that about where we go? And I could pull them up here, but I mean, obviously, there's some teams that are just, the top 10 is good. Avalanche, the Stars, who we just beat, the Capitals, Ducks, Hurricanes, Knights, Lightning, and then us. That's a pretty good representation. I mean, obviously, it's opinions.
Say yes to
something. Yeah, but I think at this point in the season, that's pretty fair.
All right.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm actually very happy. That's actually, I think, a good. And the going on streaks and then playing 500 for a bit, that's what a good team does.
Okay.
You don't see the Oklahoma City in basketball all the time where they just dominate every game.
Yeah.
If you go on streaks and then play 500 the rest of the time when you're not on a streak, you're gonna have a pretty good season.
And do you feel good about this? I mean, obviously, if everything stopped today, we're about halfway through, right? 48 games, so a little over halfway through the season.
A little over half.
And we're sitting comfortably in third, like Dan's saying, we're winning half our games. Is this his thing? You just got to get to the playoffs, and then you have your two goalies stand on their head like they've been doing sometimes, and then you got to run. Is that it, John? Is that kind of the game plan we've got?
Well, I mean, not knowing what happens in the second half, but yeah, I would be comfortable with that plan. I am still thrilled that we have the two goalies we have rather than relying on just one.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and that's going to be critical when the time comes if one of them gets hurt or something like that. But the guys are playing nice. That game last night was very impressive, especially after the hiccups they had on the road trip.
All right, Dan, so that's the formula we're going with. We're going to jump on this Wild squad and just go 50-50 through here, get in the playoffs, and win.
Well, I do think you want to get the seeding where you at least get a first round home, where you at least get a first round at home. Home advantage, but other than that, it's so just play good. If you stay in if you stay in the top half of the conference, and that I think you're in pretty good shape, and they're definitely doing that right now.
All right, my boys, we got to fly. I'm out of time. Appreciate you, John and Dan. We'll get you guys back in here Monday with hopefully some very good news I'm going to share with you guys as far as the doubling of your salaries. Oh yeah, got to get them numbers. Got to get them numbers, baby. We'll talk after this.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa